Alright, here we are for game number 1, and not the best of hands, but I'm going to keep it. It's got a lot going for it. It does have double cauldron, it has a Mire Triton and a priest, so basically if priest is good, I like this hand. If priest isn't good, we might have some trouble. His claim to fame is absolutely glorious in this kind of a hand. Being able to recur something important when we don't have too much and we have a little bit of self-mill. Ooh, Grixis. When I saw the Blood Crypt, I was kind of hoping for a mirror match. Well, glad they used the Rampage on a creature instead of what they could have done. Alright, let's see. Yeah, here, I think we're going to hold that Thoughtseize. I'd rather get down the Priest here. If it dies, so be it. Nice. Archfiend. Now we could Thoughtseize, but I think that'll immediately provoke action from our opponent. Not entirely sure that's not worth it, though. So we'll then play the cat. Activate Priest. Sack 2 creatures. And we're going to create a... Oh. Huh, does that change anything? No. We're then going to claim and fame. This is being a little bit greedy, but I want to get in for as much damage as physically possible right now. And this is a, I believe 2-turn clock if I'm doing the math right. Because I hit them for 5, I hit them for 5, I play a creature and I activate Priest, yeah. So they're probably, yep, Ritual of Soot. It's unfortunate. Alright. That was the reason not to do it, but at the same time I think it was a play worth making. Thoughtseize my opponent. I'd rather they have a search. It does less for them overall. Let's see, bring back 2, or I could play... that is the greedy play. And not just a little greedy, like a lot greedy. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm gonna make it though. Death Touch Menace. Making that play because it leaves me the most outs to be able to kill my opponent quickly. And that's what I want to do before their Search for Osconta comes online. There we go. Hit them for 1. Drop a Stitcher's Supplier. Drop a Mire Triton. Or would here be better? Let me see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I'll just present. I believe this will be presenting lethal. Will it still be if I sack? The reason I'd want to sack is to get the Luris. And yes, I do believe that is still lethal. If they play a Bolas, I'd rather be able to get in with the cat that has Menace, so... Very nice. Shame I don't have it quite yet. So, we add the cat to our hand. And, this is our opponent's only chance to do anything. Alright. For one, and they've seen enough. They know that we can then just play the Lurrus and sack that to win. Alright, so against Grixis, gonna want Kite Sails and Angrath's Rampages. Things we are not going to want include Mire Triton. And I think the other cut... Oh yeah, Claim. Claim comes out before anything else. And I think we also trim on Priest. Let me think. I could also trim on Call the Death Dweller. Just because we're going to have to actually work for our graveyard shenanigans. Yeah, I think I want to play it like that. So, I'm gonna keep this one. Sorry about that. Some audio issues I couldn't cut. Which I mean things that just are a bit loud. Alright, let's see. I can just make a 5/5 here, but that doesn't seem incredibly good at the moment. Then again, it does seem better than a random... Problem is that Agonizing Remorse is a pretty good discard spell against us. So, not entirely sure there's too much we can do right now. What on earth? Alright, I'm just a little bit confused here by what's going on. Ah, and now I don't much mind. Okay. Play. And I want to make sure I at least get in with my big creature. Once. That is the strongest thing our deck does, is random 7 bursts of damage. So if we're not doing that, well, why'd we keep the hand? Alright, this is actually going way better than I expected it would. I kind of didn't expect that second hit to get in. But hey, it is on our opponent to try and stop what we're doing. Alright. I'm gonna sack the cat now in case there's a Cry of the Carnarium. I don't want to just get got by that. Oof. Well, that's unfortunate. They can take our demon, hit us with it, and because it does cost, you know, less than 3 mana, it will then be sacked. Not the best thing that could have happened to us, but also certainly not the worst. Thoughtseize, eh? And this is one of those moments where I really wish that we had more red sources in our deck. Let's see. So I could kill the Angrath, but honestly, I don't think it's going to be worth it. I'd rather get in the extra damage at my opponent. And here I'm torn between drawing with Castle Lochwain to try and hit another copy of Dragon Skull Summit or another red source, and between just adding Luris to my hand. I think I'm going to go ahead and just add Luris to my hand, so that next turn I can start Croaksaying out of the graveyard and eating away at my opponent's hand. Oh yeah, that's right. There's a reason. Please forgive the misplay. It was incredibly stupid of me. Oh my. Oh, there goes Ashiok. Let's continue using the cat here. Be in a much better spot if I wasn't so very bad at this. Now, things could get unfortunate if they do block the Stitcher Supplier, which they do. But it's not the end of the world. There we go. Opponent is still very far away from being safe. I should have sacked the cat on my turn. That is my mistake. A Cry of the Carnarium now absolutely loses us the game, whereas before it would have only killed our priest. Now, I suppose they'd be able to force it by using the Ashiok on us. Okay, opponent. One good misplay from me deserves one good misplay from them, I suppose. And it looks like we're going to take this match down. Yep. So we goofed up pretty big by not using the Castle Lochwain and trying to get the Luris. But they messed up by targeting the wrong creature and losing the game on the spot, so I suppose it all evens out. And I will give you one quick game of something absolutely silly, unless of course it goes poorly. This is a mono white control deck. Very, very not good. I will leave the entire deck list up to your imagination. This seems like a keeper. Scryland, Plains, Birth. No, Scryland, Plains, Mazemind? Don't need, I already have a card draw engine. Swamp. Ah. We face the wrath that we ourselves have brought on. Well, I suppose against Cat, the best thing we can do is keep a reasonable life total. I could use a Solemn. A little bit of extra mana would be pretty nice. After that, we'll play Birth of Miladies. Ooh, Gifted Aetherborn. Or maybe we'll wait until we Wrath. Kinda hard to say which is better in this situation. Yeah, I think I'll I'll drop Birth. I don't want to miss any land drops, and playing it now is one of the only times I'm guaranteed to be able to. Oh, you just saw my win condition in there. Alright, excellent opponent. A shame that we don't actually... I suppose we could actually wait a single turn before using the Wrath, so that we get to continue curving out here. Especially considering there's nothing truly absurd going on right now, and we're not going to take too much damage by putting out the Solemn. Okay. Way to go, Fountain. Now we will Wrath into Fountain of Renewal. And start recovering. Ooh, or Wrath into Mind Stone, into Fountain of Renewal. They'll draw a card, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. They're going to have to be able to do a lot of damage to keep up with our life. And soon we'll have the Maze Mine drawing us a few extra cards. And all we really need to do is buy time until we can get to an approach of the Second Sun. Once that happens, we'll start cracking these fountains, drawing cards. Huh. Did not see that one coming. I guess that means they have Gary, though, which is something to very much look out for. One, two, three, four, five, six. I'll pass for now. There's a chance that instead of using the tome, I make a token. It's fine. And I think I'm going to do that. I don't feel under enough pressure to actually go ahead and just scry with the tome, though. Perfect. Let's draw a card. Actually, Solemn first. We're going to Solemn basically no matter what here. Excellent. And as you can see, we are going to demand our opponent do a considerable amount of damage to even get through to our actual life total. It's not about how much life you gain from each and every one of these. It's about how they affect the game going forward. Because after we Wrath, our opponent is now on a reverse clock. And honestly, they just take away enough time from the opponent while being able to cycle that I think they're worth it. That and the Dawn of Hope synergies. The Dawn of Hope synergies are the real reason they're in here. Well, guess I'll be plopping down that. Deploying a treasure map. And scrying, because only approach of the Second Sun or Wrath matters at this point. 5, 10. So yeah, I can use both of those and still approach, right? It's 1, 2, 3. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, yeah. So I'm going to hold the Triumph to be able to cycle it. block the Deathless Knight. Yes, it will come back, but hey. Right now, I'm just trying to stay alive. I think my favorite thing about these is that they force our opponent to overextend into Wraths. That and how bad of a card it is. It's just fun to play cards that really you shouldn't be playing. Okay. Really use a Wrath right about now. Resolve all. Let's use Treasure Map. Sorry, Mage Mind Tome. Or Maze Mind, I should say. Probably should have templed first. It's my bad. Now I'm going to before I cycle. Oh, if only I'd cycled. Wait. Nice, I still get to cast it this turn. Haha! Good luck winning in time now, opponent. Doesn't matter what it is, it's going to the bottom. Okay. Resolve all. I guess unless it's another approach. Nope. Too little, too late for that. Draw for turn. There's Dawn of Hope. Karn, not quite. Cycle. So I can just make a lifelink token. And I suppose that'll have to be enough. Yep, that's fine by me. I could also make an absolutely gigantic construct with all of these artifacts out. But I don't think that's going to be... I don't think that'll actually do it. I think a lifelinking token is preventing a damage there, preventing 4 damage there. It's going to be the way to go. And hopefully that's the only oven here. There we go. And that should do it, because we can very easily get through those cards on our turn. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and draw off of that. We only need to draw 1. And this means I don't have to sacrifice a Mind Stone, which is 2 mana. I suppose it's the same then. Alright, and that's game over. Mono white life gain for the win. Definitely. Decline. decline, and approach for the game. And there you have it. Mono white control. Oh, I forgot to leave the best of 3. Oh, I can't change anything. If I could, I would be playing Rest in Pieces and Graph Digger's Cages, by which I mean basically exclusively Graph Digger's Cages. What else would I have in here? Yeah, I think that'd be it for this deck. Oh well, as it stands. Not the worst of hands, not the best of hands. Turn 2, Birth, turn 4, Wrath. Not the worst thing in the world, so I'll be happy to keep it. Our opponent on a mull to 4s. Sad for them, honestly. Oh, that's not the card you want to take, opponent. I'm sorry. It's really just not, though. I have 4 of them. And all that matters is I resolve 1. Black cat, eh? Grab planes into my hand. Blocker ready. Aha. Simply drop a planes. And that's all I care about. Is at random, which is the unfortunate part. Forgot that. Otherwise, I'd have deployed the Castle Ardenvale instead of the planes there. I'd rather risk the planes than I'd... What? Okay. There goes 1 Shatter the Sky. It was definitely not right for my opponent to... Oh no, that's to Phyrexian Tower, I see. They had no choice. I thought it was to the oven for a second and was going to say they could have drawn off of this, though. Well, time for me to start drawing off of Karn. What will you give me? Shatter the Sky and Treasure Map. Well, I want the Treasure Map, but I won't be opposed to either, obviously. Aha! Alright, so next turn, I'm either going... If I draw a land, I'll deploy the Maze Mind Tome and draw a card. If I don't, I'll just deploy a Solemn. Let's see, though. Do I get a land? Yes, I do. Having also gotten a Sun, though, I'm still going to deploy the Solemn. It'll just be easier to get to the mana I need that way. Now if I draw land for my untapped land for my draw step, I just get to minus and grab Approach of the Second Sun. If I don't, so be it. For shame. Personally, I'd have done that on your draw step, opponent, or on your turn, so that you could have potentially deployed whatever it is you drew. But I don't know your deck's entire composition, I suppose. And just in case something gets blown up, it's not like I'm incapable of winning via damage. Karn does still make very large creatures. And now Murderous Rider is not exactly going to cut it for our opponent here. I suppose there's no reason. Deathless Knight, that is fine. If they'd sacked Trigger on the stack, they'd have been able to also get it back this turn, but that's neither here nor there, really. Looking for a second approach just so we can approach into approach and win without having to wait to dig back to it. Grab approach. Cast approach, 7th from the top. Sixth from the top. Fifth from the top. Opponent wisely does not just give us the win. Gary, some nice devotion. Let's see if they've got anything else. Nope. Continue trucking. And let's see. Go to the main. We'll just use Oscanta and make a Karnstruct here. They are, after all, absolutely gigantic. If we are, for some reason, forced to make a token, however, we can just scry in the upkeep and get there anyway. Duress is absolutely fine, as there is nothing that our opponent could realistically do to win here. Yep, and there you have it. We just take a scry, draw a card with our Archer Verozka, and from there win the game. That's all we have time for today anyway. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.